We are at 1538 Orlando today, and we're just kind of doing an as-is video of the condition of this property right now. The tenant has broken her lease and moved out. Part of it was over this basement was continuing to flood because there was an issue with the City of Atlanta. City of Atlanta has come in, even though part of the problem was actually with this property. The City of Atlanta eventually did come in and go ahead and clear that up for us. The roof needs to be cleared. The front of the house needs to be cleaned. This front deck needs to be pressure washed. We've already mowed the yard and cleaned it up a little bit. The tenant, they were just pigs. This is a tenant who used to be a Section 8 tenant, and one of the reasons I don't do Section 8 is because, you know, you get messes. This underneath the front door here has rotted and broken free. We need to get the carpenters in here to replace this one piece. For some reason, the tenant, this is the third bedroom over here to the right, and for some reason, I guess the tenant trashed his carpet and they ripped it out of here. So this room needs to be redone in here. Ceiling fan's still in here. A lot of the mini blinds are now missing. We've already had the cleaners in here to clean it up, but you can see the general condition of the wall. The camera's gonna have a hard time picking it up, but everything in here needs to be repainted. We came in the last time and repainted it after the first tenant failed because he lost his job. This lady refused to pay her rent because she had an issue with the basement flooding. Her kids, she had several children in this house, and she had issues with the kids with allergies, and there was mold in the basement, so she refused to pay the rent, and she ended up breaking her lease over it. You can see where kids have doodled on a wall right here. This carpet is the middle bedroom, the second bedroom, and it's trashed. I mean, it's just all ripped out, you know, ripped up here. You can see it. This was all in pretty new condition. We'll try to clean it and just trim that piece right there for now. That's one of the reasons we don't like carpet, but you can kind of pick up the condition of the wall. The camera's gonna have a real hard time picking it up, unfortunately, because of the lightness of the walls, but we're just gonna have to come back in here. This outlet is broken right there. Looks like they took something and twisted it on the outlet. It's broken right off, so we'll have to replace that outlet. But just overall, just needs to be painted, cleaned up, and turn it around again. And that's the problem sometimes with some of these properties. It's so hard with these tenants. It doesn't matter who's managing these properties. It just becomes a nightmare dealing with some of these people. And unfortunately, this tenant got to have she really ended up having a built-in excuse. This is the bathroom because of the issue with the basement, which was a real problem. So, but this is a cute house. It'll rent right away. I mean, we've got a backlog of people trying to get into the second chance program, so that's not the issue. But I think what we're gonna do on this one and going forward with a lot of them, we're not gonna manage these houses anymore. We're gonna go ahead and rent them because that's kind of what we do best anyway, and get out of the management business until it becomes a problem. Because we get blamed for everything, honestly, and I'm kind of tired of it. It looks like there's some sort of crud up in this ceiling fan right here. I don't know what that is. It looks like something got spilt in the ceiling fan. So then, you know, and for some reason they've taken all the door stops. So we need to come back in and put door stops here. But you can kind of get a feel for what the spot's like. They broke the towel bar right here, so that's going to need to be replaced. Bathrooms are in pretty decent shape still. You can kind of see this wall a little bit better, gives you an idea of what it's like. We can try to touch this stuff up, but I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, this room in here, every single wall is crudded. So you're really looking at repainting this thing. This tenant does have a job, and I think this is going to be one of those clients that we go after. I don't know if we'll be successful with it or not, but this is just disgusting to me. You know, the floors are so sticky. My feet are sticking to the floors as I walk. There's a piece of poop up against the wall right here. That's actually poop right down there. And that's gum on the wall right there. So she had a bunch of kids. She worked late at night. You know, she slept during the day. And I guess the kids just ran around here, whatever they did, but we got another broken outlet right here. Another broken outlet against the wall. So not really sure what was going on in here. They've sprayed something along the ceiling up here, and it's all over the light fixtures here. Looks like they shook up a soda can is what it looks like. And you can just see the filth and stuff. And we've already had cleaners in here. Unfortunately, the water is turned off. So as the owner, you probably need to go ahead and turn that water on for us, so we can get this place cleaned up and re-rented if that's what you guys would like us to do. I think y'all are going to be in town here in another week or so. We've tried to clean the grids on the stove. Appliances are still here in pretty good shape. This is out the back door right here. Deck really just now needs to be, you know, pressure washed and stained. And I don't know if I can get into the basement area down here, but I'll try. Now, backyard's gonna need to be mowed, but we really didn't want to do too much anything over here. We used to do all the repairs in advance of owners knowing what was going on, and we just don't do it anymore. We've caught too much flack for it. And you can see that someone's broken in here a bunch of times on this lock. And it's now pretty dry. You can see a little bit of water right here. You can see the darkness around over there. Well, they got it pretty dry. We just had real heavy rains in here recently. The water was actually up to the bottom, and you can see the outline along the furnace right there. So the water was pretty deep in here. It does smell in here. We need to treat it. I don't see a lot of mold, but it's pretty nasty. This actually used to be a floor drain, and it's probably clogged. But you can see all the mud and stuff that was all up in here. So the tenant did have a valid point, but we need to get somebody in here and go ahead and treat this house again. Get it cleaned up and get out the line. You can't see where the issue was, but this is some of the repairs we had done previously. And then this section of plumbing through here, we've reworked that as part of the rehab. But then there's a main drain line that goes from here out to the front of the house, and that's where the problem was. It was junked with tree rims and tree roots, and all kinds of debris. Really was more the owner's problem than it was the city of Atlanta. But we had some friends who were willing to help us out there, and it was actually also a city problem, but kind of a combination of the two. So we were able to get it resolved. The bad thing was that we ended up losing the tenant in the process. But looking at the condition that's inside of the house, that may not have been such a bad thing. We do need to get out and clean the gutters as well. The gutters are all gunked up right there. So give us a call, let us know what you want to do. We'll get a proposal out on it if you want us to do this work. We'll get it repaired, re-rented, and back out the door, and then we would turn that over to another management company that we're doing some stuff with. So happy to help if we can, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye now.